Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. We are shipping out some orders today. I know the table is filled here. I've also got some down on this chair. So I was away on vacation mode for a couple of weeks, and yeah, so still made some pretty good sales. So on eBay, if you don't know, you can still make sales, and it just says, hey, seller is away, although I've got a couple of stories about that. A couple of people obviously didn't realize that. One of them thought I was going to be able to get something to them within a couple of business days from Nova Scotia to South Carolina. Not going to happen, even if I wasn't on vacation mode, but mostly people understand that. They see the message, seller is away, it's going to take longer to ship the items. I didn't figure I'd sell all that much, due to that. I figured that might actually throw a wrench in the plans a little bit, but still had a pretty good amount of sales. Obviously not what I would do in a normal week, but eBay was still pretty solid. Now with Poshmark, it actually sets it so that you can't make sales. It actually just makes everything unavailable, except it seems like there must be a small window of opportunity, like maybe in that first hour or something, if you list something new, because I still made some sales on Poshmark. Or maybe if you send offers and they accept it, it still allows it. I'm not sure, but it was weird because I didn't expect to make any sales on Poshmark, but I did. So I had to message people and be like, hey, I see that you bought this thing, which I don't understand how because I'm away, but anyway, I won't be back for a little while. Is it okay to wait and I'll ship it when I get back? And everyone was like, yeah, that's all good. So I do have a few Poshmark items I'm gonna get ready first, and then a whole bunch of eBay stuff. Poshmark, I like to get those out of the way first because the labels are already prepaid, so I can just print those out, get everything just set aside and just out of the way, separate, and then do the eBay stuff. All right, just gonna look it up here and see what I got. And actually, while I was getting ready to start filming, another video or another offer just came through, and I sold a pair of J. Jill white jeans for not a lot of money, 17 bucks, but still a profit there. So they won't make it out today because I've already pulled all my orders, but that's okay. Okay, first up, I think this is it. Yeah, the Eileen Fisher black t-shirt. All right, so I'm gonna get all these things ready and in a pile and go from there. Alright, so I just separated the Poshmark orders, and I just figured I'd show you. Down in our china cabinet here, we've got some shipping supplies, so we keep some mailers and boxes and little bags and stuff. And we've got some spare boxes over here, and I keep a couple of flat rates. And then I do have my scale as well that's sitting up there on top of that. I don't think I really need that right now, but definitely need some of the mailers and stuff for the labels, so I'll get those out and start actually putting some of these Poshmark orders in mailers and get them going. Alright, so that's all the Poshmark orders, so that's pretty easy. Just get to mark them all as shipped except for that last one. On Poshmark, the really cool thing is you can actually just bulk select them, so I'm just doing that. Mark them all as shipped, so we're good there, except for that one that just came in, obviously. And now it's to the eBay orders, so there's a whole bunch more here. And what I'm going to do is I started using net parcel, so some of the stuff that is going to the US might be cheaper if I send it through net parcel, which would go through UPS or FedEx or whoever else. Now that I do have a third-party shipper just down the road from me, but most of it is probably just going to go Canada Post because the buyer would have paid calculated shipping, and like small packet air or even tracked packet on the lighter stuff is pretty good. But some of these are older listings, so it might make sense where I would have just put in like a flat rate of what I thought the shipping was going to cost. I might be better off actually going with net parcel, but we'll see. So I'm going to get everything all organized and get ready to pack them up. But some good mix of items here for sure. Sold a couple of Boston Marathon tees. I'll show you guys a couple of the highlights here, but yeah, lots of stuff coming back from vacation. All right, so I'm just going through the eBay orders here, and I'm not going to show like, you know, me doing every one of them. It's going to be packing it just like you just saw with the Poshmark ones, but I did want to just mention, so as part of the inventory process that we have, you know, we've got everything in a bag and in a box. It's got its own SKU. And so when I pull this, I'm just going to put these back in this bin to be reused, so that, you know, when the next time I'm doing inventory, putting more items, I'll just reuse those SKUs, reuse those bags, put them back where they need to be. And yeah, just pulling this order. Here's this J. Jill hemp shirt. So that was in bag 406, in box 36. It was very easy to pull. I was able to pull all of this stuff from my storage unit in like maybe 10 minutes down there. And then I had a few more things out in my building that I had to get, but it really didn't take that long. So yeah, I'm just going through now. I do have a scale here, and I'm gonna double check some of the weights on things, because when people buy a couple of things, or if it's an old thing I didn't actually put in the proper weights and dimensions for calculated shipping, I'm just going through that now. So it's taking a little bit longer on those couple things, but otherwise people have paid the actual calculated shipping. So I'm just gonna, you know, print out the labels for small packet or tracked packet or whatever it is that they've actually selected at checkout, get those all printed out, get these things going, and I'll show you when I've got the pile ended here. I mean, I've got the totes started down below me here. It's already more than halfway full. I think this is going to be a full tote and probably a bag as well today, but anyways, we'll show you when we're done. Not going to go through this entire process, but I wanted to mention about the SKUs here. It's just so easy just to put those bags back in this that we've got just tucked under the laptop over there, and just reuse them the next time we're doing, you know, getting ready to list more items. You know, photograph, put it in the bag, weigh it right there. All of that information's right on my phone for when I list, for easy calculated shipping, and then also easy pulling of those orders. Another thing that I'll mention, because it just came up as I was just doing this J. Jill piece, is if somebody, you know, if I've put it all in and somebody has ordered it and they've ordered the small, untracked, the small packet air option, and it comes to like $11.15 or $11.20 or something like that, because I get discounts through, you know, buying my labels through eBay, sometimes tracked packet for that exact same item, you know, to get the tracking and insurance is only like $11.85, so it's like an extra 70 cents or something like that. I'll upgrade that shipping and cover that out of mine. Like, for me, if it's less than $1 or $2 to do that, depending on the value of the item, it's worth it, because then my peace of mind, it's just avoiding a potential headache down the road. Even though, yeah, they've selected that option and I could fight that and have won it with eBay a couple of times, I'd rather just know that there's a tracking number. It's easier for me, it's better for them, and you know, I mean, we're talking like 70 cents or something, so I'll just do those upgrades while I'm at it. I mean, there's enough in my pricing usually. Like, if I'm selling something and can't lose another 70 cents, then I probably shouldn't have sold that item, or I should have like held out and not taken the offer or whatever it is. So anyway, just wanted to put that little nugget in there, and I'm gonna get back at it. All right, so much to my surprise, it actually did fit all in the one tote, but a lot of, you know, easily flattened, stackable clothing items, so that's fine. I'll show you a couple things that I picked up here just in the last few days while I was out. And yeah, so I'm not gonna have a proper haul video this week, but got another pair of these LL Bean like bean boots. These are the old, like, you know, the LL Bean Maine hunting shoe. A little bit of wear on the heel there, but overall actually in pretty good condition. These are definitely vintage, and I forget what I paid for these, but I think it was like $5, maybe even less than that. And then just a couple more jerseys here. We've got this one, which is McGahee. I don't know. I have no idea who that is, but it's a Patriots jersey. Did another one of these Tom Brady, kind of like the jersey tee, like the Nike on-field jersey tee. Did get that from Value Village, 20% off that price. Got a few of these already, but honestly, for the $5-6 or whatever, this will sell, even if it's like 30 or 40. And then got a pair of these Burton snowboard pants. These are the Burton Dry Ride. These are in really, really nice condition in a men's large. And yeah, I won't bother trying to fold them all out and show you everything, but like even down along the bottom where the lining is and stuff, tiniest little bit of wear and stuff, but I mean, they look clean. They look like they're in really nice condition, other than just a couple small little spots. But honestly, for snowboard pants, that's really good. I know we're getting out of the season right now, but I did sell a pair just like this, except with a couple holes and stuff, that sold for like $60 or $70. So I expect that these will go for about the same or a little bit more, and it's okay if I hold on to them until next season. But yeah, for $7, they're at least gonna fetch me $50, $60, $70. So there we go. It did take me quite a while to pack everything this morning, but it was a lot. And I haven't actually done any packing and shipping in a couple of weeks, so maybe I was a little bit out of practice, although I did, whip through those Poshmark orders pretty good. But I wanted to double check things on the eBay side, because some of those items were items that had been listed prior to me putting in all the weights and dimensions. So I really did, need to like weigh things for customs and for the label and stuff to make sure that everything was good. And then I only went one item, not Canada Post. I sold that Polo Ralph Lauren plush bear, and yeah, sold it for $15, I think it was, plus shipping. But I charged $20 shipping, thinking, I could probably fit it in like a small flat rate box. But Canada Post, actually, if I didn't use a box, would have charged like 24 something to ship it to Mississauga, Ontario, from here in Nova Scotia. And as far as I understand, Mississauga is actually like one of the main hubs, so I don't know why that would cost so much, but I was able to actually send it by UPS for just 17 something. So quite a bit of savings there. And so obviously I was able to send it for less than the buyer paid, about what the buyer paid by the time you factor in fees, because you do get charged fees on the shipping amount as well. So it all worked out well. But there's just an example of how something that you can save like $5 something, or no, that's like $6, almost $7 saved by going that way. So I'll talk about net parcel more. Maybe I'll do like a dedicated video about it, but it's still new to me. I've still only used it a few times, but it's definitely saved me some money a few times. So, all right, that's it. I got to get to the post office, get all this stuff out, check the mail myself, and hope you guys enjoyed this little bit. If there's any questions, comments about any of this, by all means, leave it down below. We'll have a conversation about it. And once again, I appreciate all the support on this channel. We'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.